Hey guys, welcome to another battle report from That's No Moon. This one features me running Spanish Regionals list with the dual fire spray against my regular sparring partner Dan, who's running his version of a tie swarm. You can see what I've got there. Also did a pretty big piece on that Spanish Regionals list on my blog. Dan's tie swarm is quite unique. He runs it with Youngster equipped with Marksmanship, and all his ties feed off that to really good effect, as you'll be able to see in this battle report. Not much really to talk about in the first opening turns. Tie swarm approaches. I've set up my fire sprays to negotiate the obstacles between us. Dan just perfectly flying in formation. I will, however, mention my poor obstacle deployment. Here I should have really focused on spreading them out a bit more, because it really did affect the way I flew the fire sprays. So Dan's taking his time up here, cruising up quietly. I was under the impression here I'd be able to at least drop one TIE fighter a turn between the two fire sprays, but I was going to be bitterly disappointed, let me assure you. Fire sprays cruise up. I didn't hit any obstacles yet. I did a K-turn here with Kath, hoping to get an opening volley, but unfortunately I clipped the debris field. I thought I was just going to clear it, but my asteroid foo, in this case the debris field, was just way off. Get some return shots. Dan chips, I believe, all of Kath's shields back here, so it was a really poor showing on my part. Slow rolls up for 2 straights for the kill. So here Boba Fett's on the right. I was looking for a way to get him engaged into the fight without clipping an obstacle at this stage. As you can see, Dan's using all his guys feed off the marksmanship with his custom built marksmanship tokens. I do the turn with Boba, and unfortunately I hit the rock, much to my disappointment, let me assure you. I popped Glitterstim here to try and reduce the damage coming from the tie swarm, and I believe Kath Scarlet does the same thing. Yeah, there you go. My dice weren't really in the game with me on this day. Here Boba Fett is just getting worked. The combination of marksmanship backed up with Howlrunner is really effective, and Dan's the only person I've actually seen run it. I haven't even seen it on any of the forums or the Reddit subforum. And that really opened up Boba Fett. Sitting on his rock there never helped, but I just got a ton of criticals dealt to me. Yeah, so there you go, 4 criticals. That'll ruin anyone's day. See, with Dan's perfectly positioned tie swarm, he brings them up. I think this is about the only bump he made all game. He's a very well skilled player, this young man. But he got all these ships here into perfect position and just lined up his shots. He's very patient and very consistent with his dice as well, which really helps. So he's setting up a bump here to prevent Boba Fett from getting through, to keep him on the rock. I can't even remember at this stage what I was thinking. Hindsight's an amazing tool, but I'm sure the reason I probably wasn't doing a 3 turn away to catch the ties in my rear arc was possibly because one of the critical hits, maybe it would have given me a stress token. but hindsight as usual, I probably should have done it anyway. More damage going in at Boba Fett. Kath Scarlet escapes most of that turn. Dan keeps coming up with his slow roll, getting a good position to deliver the killing blow on the fire sprays. Yeah, guys, if you want a real good tutorial on how not to fly fire sprays, then, or just how not to fly against a TIE swarm, I think this is it. This is a gold mine of information right here. So another bump there by Dan, but ultimately wouldn't really mean anything because he's still getting shots on target. Kath does a slow crawl just to keep a target in arc. Boba hones forward, clips, still remains on the asteroid. And I managed to take out a TIE fighter. Woohoo, morale was high, let me assure you. More damage on Kath. TIE fighters focusing on Boba Fett, although I think Dan may have changed his mind. Kath gets shot up here again. I was about to remove her, then realised she had one hit point left, sitting on a very unhealthy fire spray. Next turn rolls around. Dan with his precision Empire flying formation continues his assault. Trying to anticipate Kath Scarlet's position. TIE fighter takes a single damage from that flying rock. So here I just push forward one with Kath just trying to get shots on target before her inevitable demise. And I believe here I may have picked a 3 turn. And with one of the criticals it meant it was a stress, so Dan changed it to a 1 forward, which ridded me of the stress. However, it meant I bumped and stayed on the asteroid. Combat was obviously short and sweet, with nothing exciting to report. At this stage of the game, Dan was just mopping up. He just totally outplayed me, whether or not I went to the game overly confident with the dual fire sprays, or just had a sheer lack of respect for the hitting power of the TIE swarms. I really don't know which one was to blame, but I was pretty bitterly disappointed, not only at the dice rolls, but my own poor pilot ability over this game. So this is the last combat phase here. Unfortunately, I roll 3 blanks onto Dan and just absolutely do nothing to him. He comes back, taking Kath Scarlet off with a re-roll, and then Boba Fett gets cleaned up as well. Thanks for staying on this long, guys, and checking it out. Be sure to check out my next battle report. I actually had an immediate rematch with Dan. Check out the blog if you want to share that on how to not fly dual fire sprays. It'd be much appreciated. Cheers, guys.